Today we're going to understand how to handle auto-suggestion drop-down menus with Selenium WebDriver. Well, to understand how to handle auto-suggestions with Selenium WebDriver, firstly it is necessary to understand what basically auto-suggestions are. For example, if I type Selenium WebDriver, now here you can see there are a number of inputs given for Selenium WebDriver. So these inputs are known as auto-suggestion or autocomplete. So we're going to automate this today. This is the page that we're going to automate today. What I want is, for example, suppose if I write Dubai over here and I can see the number of inputs, right? So I'm going to click on this input, and over here if I write Indore, and here also I can see there are a number of inputs, right? So I will click over here. So this is what we're going to inspect today. So let's just open your IntelliJ IDEA IDE. Okay, so here I have already created a Java class. I have named it as Selenium Tutorial 17 under package com.tutorials of Selenium. And I have written the three basic commands that we usually write. First is opening the Chrome browser. For opening the Chrome browser, we write system.setProperty, in which we have the key written, that is the webdriver.chrome.driver, and the value is the Chrome driver executable file. Next, we have written WebDriver driver is equal to new Chrome driver, which will launch the Chrome browser. Next, we have navigated to the URL. So this is the page that we want to navigate to. So I have just copied this URL over here in driver.get command. Next, I have written driver.manage.window.maximize to maximize the Chrome browser. So let's just execute this. Okay, so here you can see the Chrome browser is launched and it's navigated. And it's also maximized. Okay, so these three commands are working properly. Now let's automate the auto suggestion drop down menus. So this is the page and I want to click on this element. So I will inspect this. Also, one thing, like in the previous tutorial, I explained about the drop down menus which were of select class. Over here there is no select class included. So here you can see we have the input tag. So I'll just copy this. I'll go to selectors hub and here I can see the relative XPath since I want to click on this element. So I'll just copy this XPath. Now here I will write driver.find element by dot XPath and I will specify this XPath over here. And I want to click on this. So I'll write click. Or let's do one thing. Let me save this in a web element type of a variable. So I'll just write from is equal to. Now I have saved this in a web element type of a variable. I have named it as from. So web element from is equal to driver.find element by dot XPath and I have placed my XPath over here. Now over here I'm going to write from dot click. First we will click on this element. After inspecting, first we will click on this element. Then what I want to do is I want to move my cursor downwards. Okay. Now during automation we often require to press enter, or we need to move our arrow keys downwards, or we need to use the function keys or the tab or delete or enter. Okay. So we can use these keys through send keys command. How is that possible? So just have a look at the syntax. So here are the keyboard keys. So here you can see we have the arrow key down. So under the send keys command, you just need to write keys dot arrow down, which will move the arrow downwards. Okay. Next we have arrow key up, which will move the arrow upwards. Then we have arrow key left, right, backspace, control key, alt, delete, enter, shift, spacebar. So basically these are all the keyboard keys that is given. By using send keys command, you can press them. Okay. So over here, also we have the function keys like the F1, F2, F3. We can press these keys also by using the send keys command. Usually we use the action classes for the keyboard commands, but since we haven't learned about action class, so over here we will use the send keys command. So here after clicking, what I want to do is I'll write from dot send keys. And first I will enter some value, that is Dubai. And after entering some value, I want to move my cursor downwards, right? So I will write send keys again. And here I will write keys dot arrow. Here you can see we have add, alt, left, arrow down, arrow left, arrow right. So I'll just click on arrow down. Now since first I clicked on this element, then I entered some value, that is Dubai, and then I moved downwards, and after moving downwards what I want to do is I want to press enter. Okay, so again over here I'll write from dot send keys, and here I'll write keys dot enter, and here you can see we have enter. Okay, so this is what I want. Now why I have given a web element type of a variable over here? Because I want to make my code very systematic. Now if I did not give a web element type of a variable over here, I mean you have to write again and again driver.find element the xpath dot click, then driver.find element again the xpath, then dot send keys. So instead of that I have written web element and I have given a variable from, and then I have specified the XPath, and after that I'm clicking, I'm sending keys, and then I'm moving downwards, and then I'm entering. Okay, so let's execute this. Okay, so my Chrome browser is launched, it's navigated, it's maximized, and here you can see Dubai, and it's moved downwards, and it's entered. So this is how we can automate it. Okay, similarly we're going to do to this drop down menu also. First I will inspect this, go to inspect, go to selectors hub, and here we have the relative XPath. I'll simply copy this and I'll just write a web element type of a variable first over here. Web element 2 is equal to driver dot find element by dot XPath, and I will specify the relative XPath over here. Okay, so first I will click the drop down menu, then after that what I want to do is I want to send some commands. So I'll write send keys, I'll write Indore, you can specify anything over here. Then I'll write 2 dot, again I'm going to write send keys since I want to move the arrow downwards. So I'll write keys dot arrow down. Okay, let me specify some time over here, thread dot sleep, and I'll specify 2000. Similarly here also I will specify thread dot sleep, I will specify the time. Next, after moving down I want to click on the enter button. Okay, so I'm going to write 2 dot send keys, and here I'm going to write keys dot enter. So first I am clicking the element, then I'm entering some value in it. After that I'm moving the arrow downwards, and then we have to enter. Okay, so let's execute this. So here my Chrome browser is launched, it's maximized, and here you can see Dubai is entered and it's clicked. Similarly Indore is entered and it's moving downward and it is clicked. Okay, so this is how you can automate your auto suggestions drop down menus. Now that's it for this video. I hope you have learned something new, and try the programs in this video on your own. The only way to become a good automation tester is just by running these test scripts and trying again. And also if you find any problems, you can check out my code which is given in the description box. I have shared the link of the code. And if you have any questions or feedback, use the comment section below. In the next video, we will learn about how to handle the checkboxes in Selenium WebDriver. And if you like this video, then hit the like button, and also don't forget to subscribe our channel and ring the bell icon so that you don't miss the next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon in the next video.